obvious one would be the accent. So for me, that's the first thing that I struggle with, because you come from an African country to the US, and you don't sound like the people you're around. You sound different. And because of that, it holds you back from wanting to connect. It holds you back from wanting to network with people. And it's all about fear, right? And so talking to yourself and knowing that how you sound is your identity. It's nothing to be afraid of. It's nothing to be ashamed of. And I had to realize that to break free of whatever was holding me back, whether it was shyness, or whether it was sounding different. So that's like the major one that a lot of people struggle with. They don't want to make new friends. They don't want to go out to hang out with people. They don't want to integrate because they sound different. So that's the first one. The second one was the culture shock, right? In Africa, things are different. Whether it's from a religious standpoint, or from a respect standpoint, or professional standpoint. And so understanding that you're in a different space, you have to act accordingly. You don't have to change the core of who you are, but you have to understand that when you're in Rome, you act like the Romans. Although you still have to be true to who you are. So that's another one. And there's many more, right? Just those two are the ones that I would say I resonate with. And of course, I always say this. I remember when I moved to Ohio. And on this day, it was snowing. I was going to work, and I realized that I didn't have gas in my car. And those of you who are immigrants know where I'm coming from. And I went to the gas station, and I didn't know what to do, because back home, you have people who actually do that stuff for you. And I was yes, and so I cried, because I was like, oh my gosh, and I didn't want to talk to anybody because I thought I had an accent, and they were like, oh, what are you saying? But at that point, it was a realization that I cannot live like this. I have to be able to speak to people, ask for help. I only know as much as I know. If I don't ask questions, I'm never going to know, I'm never going to learn. And so that's where my growth actually started from.